Las Vegas has some amazing resorts, but there's always room for improvement. This week in gambling, we're looking at 7 hotel renovation projects happening right now, plus 4 new resorts of the future that could be coming soon. Vegas is always changing and growing, and that includes building new casino resorts, which we will tell you about in just a moment. Up first, renovation work at several Sin City resorts is underway, including the Venetian and Durango, but we start with MGM Grand. Currently undergoing a $300 million remodel of more than 4,200 hotel rooms, their main tower makeover is nearly complete, and that means you can book one of their newly renovated rooms beginning March 1st. 350 of their standard rooms have been removed to make way for over 100 new suites, some as large as 2,500 feet. All rooms will be updated with more modern elements and artwork, and the entire remodel should be completed before the end of this year. Meanwhile, work continues at Ellis Island, where they're expanding the casino floor with more slots and table games, plus a new bar, pub, and cafe, and plans for a rooftop lounge with views of the Strip. And that leads us to the Durango, which Station Casinos opened just over a year ago, but hey, they're already expanding, adding 25,000 square feet of casino floor. That $116 million project will bring in 200 more slot machines, with half of those headed for their new high-limit gaming lounge. Plus, 2,000 more parking spaces are being put in, which is great news considering guests park free at the Durango. El Cortez is wrapping up their remodel in downtown Vegas. That $20 million project added 10,000 feet of casino floor and 200 slots. There's also a new bar, restaurant, and live entertainment area. The ribbon cutting for the updated El Cortez is scheduled for this week's, which brings us to the Venetian, where a $1.5 billion renovation project began last year, the most expensive hotel makeover in history, according to the folks at the Venetian, of course. Before that remodel began, the resort had rolled out their new sports book. Now, a high-limit lounge has been opened at Palazzo, and last year they unveiled their brand new poker room. By the time work wraps up late this year, the 4,000 suites in the Venetian Tower will be upgraded with contemporary, fresh designs. Plus, new restaurants are going in, and the convention area is being upgraded. Then there's the expansion of the M Resort. Groundbreaking there took place in late 2023, with plans to double their capacity by building a second hotel tower with more than 380 new rooms. And that 4-star property is expected to complete work this summer. Of course, while all this is going on, we're still watching the transformation of the Mirage into the Hard Rock. And even though their ginormous guitar-shaped hotel has yet to take over the Strip, they are still shooting for an opening day sometime in the spring of 2027. And speaking of the spring, we're quickly approaching pool weather in Las Vegas, and this year you will have 2 newly renovated options to choose from. First, the Flamingo GO Pool will open for the season soon. That $20 million project added rain curtain waterfalls, VIP cabanas, DJs, a swim-up bar, and so much more. Then the Oasis pool at Fontainebleau will open March 7th with 6 distinct pool entrances, 4 bars, exclusive cabanas, a poolside restaurant, and over 2,000 square feet of gaming space. Of course, there was more than renovation work happening in Las Vegas this week, including a huge slot win over at the South Point Casino, and our friends at Casino City covered it all. They also have news on casino openings and expansions outside of Las Vegas and a recap of all the Super Bowl betting action. You can find all of these stories and more when you visit them at CasinoCityTimes.com. And finally this week, 4 new casino properties are planned for Sin City, including a couple we've spoken of before on this program. Dream Las Vegas is a proposed casino for the south end of the Strip and has been under construction for quite some time. They most recently asked for a 2-year extension on building permits, and while we haven't given up on this resort just yet, the $575 million project is looking more and more like a dream all the time. Then the Harlem Nights Resort had been planned for an off-strip location on the west side of the city. The last information we had about that project was the name was being changed to the West Side. But with no real updates or information since October of 2023, this resort seems to be just another West Side story for the time being. Next, the KDH Hotel project just received Clark County approval in December. This 42-story Jewish-focused resort would be built close to Treasure Island, but be twice as tall. And of course, the LVXP resort has been given the go-ahead by county commissioners. The proposed 750-foot multi-billion-dollar resort would sit between Fontainebleau and Sahara, have over 2,600 rooms, and an NBA-ready arena. The LVXP is expected to take over 4 years to build, but may still open ahead of Dream Las Vegas. So that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our videos, and hey, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe for new content each week.
Well, doggies,